The fourth driving question for PLCs is, how will we respond when students master skills earlier than others? In this section, you will be asked to collaborate with other educational professionals about differentiating instruction for students that are progressing faster than others. This will begin by reflecting on our teaching practices as it relates to monitoring and adjusting instruction. Finally, you will be connected with resources to guide your PLC discussions for ensuring student mastery of content and readiness for curriculum compacting. Sometimes we find that individual students can demonstrate mastery earlier than their peers. These are not just our identified gifted and talented students. All of our students have the ability to learn at high levels. To support all of our students in their pursuit of social emotional learning and academic success, we must view their differences in learning and background as educational assets and accept responsibility for the growth of each of them. Student learning is like a sapling. It is difficult to look at a single fallen leaf or just a piece of bark and determine whether the tree is healthy and vibrant. It might also be difficult to determine its ideal growth conditions. As we monitor student progress and take notice of mastery, we must ensure this is a holistic picture of the knowledge and skills being measured. Formal and informal assessments tightly aligned to standards and measurable objectives are the most accurate measures of student learning. Varying methods of assessment take learning needs and background knowledge into consideration. PLCs should regularly collect, review, and analyze data to monitor student progress and ensure mastery. A thorough analysis combines timely results from different measures to develop this holistic picture of student strengths and learning needs. To keep students engaged in learning, we must collaborate and build a shared understanding of what keeps them engaged. Students who are deeply engaged in their learning retain information better and are inspired to delve more thoroughly into topics. The unique qualities of students with exceptional needs, including disabilities and giftedness, require effective instructional strategies and resources for connecting learning to prior knowledge, life experiences, and interests in meaningful contexts. There is a spectrum of complexity when examining context. This is the why, the application from learning. From a discrete test to a project or multiple measures to a real-world role. The how, the process for learning, from individual seat work to interaction with others to a real-world audience, and the where, the setting for the learning, from alone at a desk to group work to real world outside of the classroom. The more authentic the task, the greater the opportunity for positive transfer, motivation, and retention. The greater these three components, the greater the level of student achievement. These components are great ways to overcome the misconception that students who learn at high levels just need more. Neither engagement nor rigor means more work. What they do call for is deeper, relevant, and meaningful learning. Planned questions can enable a teacher to push students into a deeper, more relevant, and more meaningful learning. There are 4 other ways to differentiate once we have determined readiness. We could differentiate content, which is what they learn and how they access it. Our curriculum compacting form guides teachers in the process of asking for mastery of standards in an intentional way. We can differentiate by process, which is how they learn. This is how we sequence the learning and the ways in which they learn, such as strategies and the activities that we engage them in. We can differentiate by product. This is their demonstration to show what they've learned. Student choice in this can be instrumental. And we can also differentiate through environment. This is a conducive atmosphere in which they learn or how the learning is structured. This applies to the classroom, using technology, uses flipped or blended learning, or applied learning. Additional application can be made in the Nice to Know section below. Explore the resources encouraged by our National Association of Gifted Children in the Where to Go section. And to help you and your team prepare your evidence for question 3, please view a curriculum example of an RTI application. This is provided in the evidence section for you to join in the discussion and practice.